Now listen, on the he said, she said topic of the day, we like to pose something that you can get in touch with the station, have your opinion on. It was reported last night that a plainclothes police officer raided a bar in Paphos, assaulted tourists and then carted them off in handcuffs over arguments to do with live music. Now on the phone I actually have Mr. John Artez. Hello, sir.
Hi Tom, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. Now listen, I've got in contact actually by several people over the last 12 hours regarding this. Could you fill us in a little bit more about what actually happened last night?
Well, we were playing as a band Axis at the Tomb, as we normally do on a weekly basis, and Carol, the owner, gets regular visits by these plainclothes so-called police, and they'll come with various reasons for trying to stop the music. Sometimes they say she hasn't got the right license, sometimes they say it's too loud, sometimes they say live music isn't even allowed anymore in Paphos. They come up with stupid, ridiculous stuff.
I mean, she's not the only bar, to be fair, that's getting these complaints, even in the heart of the clubbing district, Paphos. Bar Street is getting problems. Is this something that all bar owners are finding now?
A lot of them are, and I noticed this. I've been on the island now 7 years working as a musician in several bands, but mainly with Axis, and I've noticed since we've been working together here that other bars like the Prince was affected, again owned by a lovely lady and doing nothing wrong. She had her licenses as normal, but they were targeted. The Rose Pub were targeted where we played. Recently, JJ's have been doing a fantastic thing for music for the last 3 months, music every night of the week. They've now been shut down by the police. The same thing happened last year at Raj 2. Again, a great entertainment thing closed down. I'm not sure what the police are doing, or these people actually that are working for the police, because when they come in their plain clothes, they will not give ID. So it's very hard to challenge them, because you don't know who you're dealing with.
I mean, under European law, there is a regulated volume at which bars can play the music. From my understanding, from what I've been told over the last 12 hours from various bar owners and various people, the police are not doing anything about this. They're just saying, well, it's too loud to us and we're the law.
Tom, this is nothing to do with volume, believe me. Absolutely nothing. The reason I say that is because I know some of the bar owners that use decibel meters, right? And Carol in particular at the Tomb, she used the decibel meter. Now, when we play there, although we're a rock band, we do have an electric drum kit, which means that can be turned down in the mix along with all the rest of the music. And she takes a reading outside the pub, and we're always below 60 decibels. The police complained a couple of weeks ago and said that the hotel opposite, the Venus Beach Hotel, had complained. That's why they came over. So some people went over to the Venus Beach. They couldn't hear the band. They could hear the fountain in the courtyard, but they couldn't hear the band across the road. So it's I don't know. It's nothing to do with volume.
What exactly happened last night? I mean, I've been informed that a tourist got involved, that the police assaulted this tourist. Is this true, or what exactly happened?
Yeah, very much so, and I'm really angry about this, because this is to do with human rights and liberties and stuff. And as a musician, I've played everywhere and not seen anything like this kind of behaviour. Now, although we've seen these people visit the venues we play at, I've not seen anything quite so violent. These guys, they stormed straight into the kitchen where Carol was working, and there was a lot of crashing and banging going on. She was in there on her own. Then I heard her screaming out, "Leave me alone, don't touch me." So they were obviously manhandling her, and one of her sons went in to see what was going on. They pulled her out into the bar, and she kept saying, "Look, get off me, don't touch me." And at this point I wanted to intervene, but these guys are big, and I thought perhaps it would be best not to. But one of the customers, a regular customer there, Jason Brown, he's always there, he tried to help Carol. Then they started restraining him and pushing him up against the wall. He then grabbed his mobile and tried ringing the police for help. As he was doing so, they ended up pulling him to the ground. While this was going on, a tourist then got up and got his camera out to try and film what was going on. One of the heavies then ran after him, grabbing his arm and pinning him up against the wall. And he later took him round the back of the pub. Fortunately, Carol, the owner, went round the back and asked what he was doing, and although she was ordered inside by this thug, she said, "I'm not going anywhere, I don't want you to touch this customer of mine, what are you doing?" At that point, the violence was just escalating inside, so that particular thug was called back inside. So Carol said to the tourist, "Look, best you could be on your way, otherwise you could be arrested or hurt further,
And this just seems to be a situation that's getting out of control now. I mean, There seems to be one law for tourists, one law for people that live here, one law for the police, one law for the council, one law for everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on. I don't know what the law actually is. There doesn't seem to be any written laws that we're supposed to be breaking here. But what I have noticed, and I'm staying down in the Tomb of Kings Road at the moment, or just off, a couple of blocks back, and it's my choice to live there during the summer because it's convenient for where I work as a musician. And of course, I noticed all the noise at night, the music, but it's a resort, and it's my choice to live there. I don't complain about that. But what I did, out of curiosity, I went down one night to a Cypriot restaurant that was playing live music, much louder than myself or some of the acts that play at the Tomb or play at there's another one, the Prince. These guys were very loud. Now I want to know what license they have that allows them to play so loud, be it Greek music or not, but that's what they're doing. Why have they able to do this? What license have they got? How come they don't get hassled by the police? So when you talk about one law for one and one for another, I don't know what the laws are or what this is really all about.
Absolutely. Now, John, we're going to find out what the listeners at Point FM have to say about this. If anyone likes to get in touch, 976 93344 is the text number.
Yeah.
Or give me a call in the studio, 26220710.
Right. Tom?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, can I just mention about what happened to one of the victims, this Jason Brown? They arrested the guy, okay, handcuffed him, and then took him to a vehicle where they proceeded to beat him up. Now, he's got a broken nose, he's going to have 2 black eyes, and he's got cracked ribs. And
this is a tourist?
Okay? This is Jason. He actually lives here. He was the guy trying to protect Carol, who was being harassed by these people. He's a gentleman. He's no problem at all. He wasn't drunk or anything. It was early in the evening as well. He was just trying to protect her. Now, he's ended up having to go to hospital. They beat him up, right? And I've just heard from Carol that they're going to charge him on 5 different accounts. Now, if you tell me there's some kind of justice in this island or law, I'm going to go to the British Embassy and take this further. I'm going to go to the CTO and I'm going to contact as many people as possible because this is affecting my livelihood. The guys in the band, right? It's affecting us all. It's affecting tourism on a scale that people are just denying. They're in denial here. It is affecting tourism. People that were sat there on holiday enjoying the evening said they'd never come back here and they've never seen anything like it in their lives.
Well, John, let's find out from the public what they think. Thank you very much for coming on the radio today. It's a slightly longer topic of the day, but I thought it was important. This seems to be an issue that's raising, and Point FM, we're aware we want to help tourism, and let's see what the public think about it. Thanks very much, John. Cheers.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Where the afternoon meets the evening. It's the weekday experience.
Thank you very much to John from Access. Next, 976 93344 is also the number for time to text today.
Point FM.
More music. Where the afternoon meets the evening. It's the weekday experience.
Right, a lot of people getting in touch regarding the topic of the day today. It was reported last night that plainclothes police officers threatened a bar, its owner, and also assaulted a regular customer that goes there. A lot of premises are getting in touch today. A lot of the public are getting in touch today. Pretty much everyone is quite miffed about what's going on. People are angry. People don't know what's going on. Rules are being made up for everybody. 250 euros every time we've been fined this week. Brian at the Prince has said 250 euros for every fine, and he gets fined every week. Charlie's Bar have said that they got fined 7 times in 1 week. They have a court appearance next week for music noise violation, even though they have a decibel meter which is well below European standards. Thank you very much to Jim, who texted and said we're all scared at the moment, no one wants to go out anymore, that's why people aren't on the streets. Thank you very much for that. Andrew Oliver's been in touch as well. He's saying a lot of the venues that he works in are being closed down, including JJ's Bar, which is a well-known venue in Paya for live music. In fact, tonight the Beagles will be their last ever performance, and JJ's will no longer have live music due to threats by the police. And thank you very much to somebody else who's texted in saying everyone's scared at the moment. It's worse than Cuba. So what's your thoughts then on the issue regarding police, the music problem around Paphos, and tourism? Get in touch, 26220710, or text me your thoughts, 976 93344.